everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Tuesday, October 26th, 2021. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in with us for this evening's Talking Fitchburg. So I said Talking Fitchburg weird off the top. I said it weird off of that part. It's just Talking Fitchburg. And I'm glad you're here, and hopefully you'll stick around with us as we have a really great show coming up for you today, including, but not limited to, we'll get you the latest headlines. We're going to talk about the Mural Awards taking place last night here at City Hall. We'll break that down for you, see and hear from some of the past winners and at least one of the current recipients for this year. We'll have all that coming up here in the digest. Plus, we check in with Tiffany, Better Business Bureau. She's talking about ransomware. Yeah. Don't want to get any of that on any of your devices. We're going to tell you how to stay alert against ransomware that's coming up. But first, let's get to the headlines. And happening tonight, Fitchburg Police Chief Morales will be sworn in. So he was sworn in because he needed to be sworn in a smaller ceremony earlier, about 2 weeks ago now, Andrew. Fitchburg Police Department's Chief Al Morales will be sworn in tonight at Common Council. This is the formal swear-in. Starts at 7:30 p.m. It'll be prior to the start of the scheduled Common Council. Following the brief swearing-in, attendees are welcome to meet the chief in the Genie Ceiling Room. The public is invited to attend this event, and we'll bring you coverage of that tomorrow here on Talking Fitchburg. All right, coming up, speaking of Common Council, we got a public hearing for a special Common Council meeting. This is going to be in November 2nd at 5:30 p.m. in the Common Council chambers here at City Hall, and this is for the adoption of the new wards and district maps. It'll be your chance to come in and speak about it, and then the council will vote on the new districts for the new district maps. That is, that information will be coming and available online, or is available online, I should say. You can check that out at our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Later this week, Park Bank will be having their official ribbon cutting ceremony. This is happening on Thursday, October 28th from 4 to 5 p.m. Please join the Fitchburg Chamber and the City of Fitchburg and at Park Bank. And this official ribbon cutting will take place right at 4:15, followed by some light refreshments. And it says here, this project's aimed is to make the street a more attractive gateway into Fitchburg, and they are excited to share the same goal of the City of Fitchburg. Yeah, it looks like a really cool place. I've been in to the coffee shop in there. It's really nice. And yeah, that ribbon cutting again happening on Thursday, 4 o'clock, with the ribbon being cut at 4:15. All right, major road closure to tell you about. It's happening on I-3990 southbound ramp to westbound US 12 and 18. That's the Beltline. In Madison, yeah, you're going to want to find alternative routes here. It says starting at 2 a.m. on Tuesday, November 2nd, the southbound Interstate 3990 ramp to westbound US 12 and 18 Beltline in Madison will be closed to all traffic until 5 a.m. Wednesday, November 3rd. In addition, significant backups are expected along I-3990 southbound as the interstate will be reduced to count them, 2 lanes for 4 miles. Between I-94 and the Beltline interchange, drivers are encouraged to use alternative routes and expect longer travel times during that road work. All right, Veterans Day recognition is slated for Thursday, November 11th. And if you haven't been to this, it's an amazing ceremony, and we invite you to come out on the 11th at 11 a.m. It'll be here in our community center, the upper level. That's Oak Hall Room. As we honor those who served and are currently serving, this year's program will feature posters from Eagle School students depicting how American flag has changed over the years, as well as a slideshow featuring cemeteries across the world where American soldiers were laid to rest. And of course, our very own Fitchburg singers will be performing. And as in the past, lunch will be served in the Fitchburg Senior Centers, as the Fitchburg Senior Center Friends will carry on the tradition of covering the cost of the meal. For a veteran and a guest, seating is limited. You need to get your signed up for that reservation by November 9th by noon at 270-4290. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we're going to take you out to last night's Mural Awards. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We're in the digest, and today we're going to be talking about last night's Mural Awards. Yeah, it was held in the Common Council chambers. The mayor selects a resident, a business, and a staff or department, as it were, and honors those each and every year. And since last year we weren't able to celebrate, we brought back the winners from last year as well. And here is that ceremony.
Last year, with COVID, obviously, everything was a little bit different. We didn't have a ceremony, so I'm very happy that we're able to gather today, even with the safety and the mask and things like that. And we'll take this opportunity to at least recognize some of last year's award winners as well.
Since we weren't able to be here in person last year, Mayor asked if I would come and join the rest of the recipients from last year. So I was happy to do that. I want to thank the mayor, council members that are present and aren't, the ones that aren't here as well. I want to thank the citizens of Fitchburg. I have been living in Fitchburg since 1974. So I know you don't want me to go back that far because we have a lot of people here today. But anyway, I have enjoyed being a resident of Fitchburg. It's a really great city. I've really appreciate all the work that we've done through the years and the people continue to do. So I just want to say thank you. And it's been a privilege and honor to serve the city of Fitchburg, but to continue to give back. That's what I'm all about. I'm retired, you all. But you wouldn't know that. So if I sneak out of here a little early, it's because I had a 6 o'clock meeting with my AXO program that Jeremy and his staff have assisted me the last 2 years virtually. And I want to thank Jeremy and congratulate you because these are kids in grades 9 through 12, my AXO students. And I really like to always encourage young folks. I can't deal with the adults, but I can have a little influence with the younger people. And I'm hoping that, they will grow up and be productive citizens and give back to the community as well.
But we do a lot of work in the city of Fitchburg. We feel like we have a great partnership with the city. We really look out for the good of the city and to try to provide good quality services, and we work really well with the Board of Public Works staff, and we've really enjoyed our relationship with Fitchburg, and we understand there are other engineering companies that work too, and that's a good thing because there's, it's always good to have variety and have things, but we really do enjoy the work we do right now. We're working on Fish Hatchery Road. We did the design for Fish Hatchery Road, and we're also doing the construction management, and that's been a very interesting project, and it's been a long time coming, and I think the results will be great for the city all around for new development and for redevelopment. And we're working on Cyene Road, so we have a lot of different projects going on, and just want to say thanks. We're very happy for working in Fitchburg, happy for our relationship. I have been a longtime resident of Fitchburg, and I've been, like as the mayor said, on Planning Commission and TTC and the Board of Public Works, so like Francis said, you know, I really believe in giving back to the community that you live in and that you work in, and that it should be a partnership and a relationship, and we should do all we could to help make this a better community. And then in turn, you know, we have our employees, many of them live here, and they enjoy all the facilities and the things to do in Fitchburg. It's a great community. I'm probably one of your #1 cheerleaders, so.
And the first person I want to talk about is the resident winner this year. It is Greg Jones. Unfortunately, Greg had a death in his family, and so he's unable to attend tonight with us. But I did want to talk a little bit about some of the things that he has done. He currently serves on the 2021 Redistricting Committee, and he formerly was the chair of the Police and Fire Commission. Over the years, Greg has also served on several interview and selection panels for the city. Outside of Fitchburg, Greg's involved in community-based organizations and groups benefiting Fitchburg, including president of the Dane County NAACP and first vice president of the NAACP Wisconsin State Conference. Greg has also served on the board of directors of the Charles Hamilton Houston Institute, Dignity at Work Steering Committee, the Dane County Equity Inclusion Advisory Board, and the Wisconsin Poor People's Campaign. The complete list of organizations that Greg has served is impressive and lengthy. Throughout his professional career, Greg worked as an admissions counselor and minority student advisor at UW Eau Claire and financial aids counselor at UW-Madison. He's also worked for the Governor's Office, Department of Public Instruction, Health and Social Services, Corrections, Employee Relations, Workforce Development, and Commerce. So as you can tell, very impressive, lengthy list of things, and someone who is just a great asset for us here in the city. In the business category, we are recognizing Fitchburg Family Pharmacy. And many of you know Thad Schumacher. He is also unable to make it. He's on a 3-week vacation. He's currently in Spain, I believe. I don't blame him for being there instead of here. But I did want to talk a little bit about Thad and Fitchburg Family Pharmacy. Thad opened Fitchburg Family Pharmacy in 2013, and his philosophy was and is simple: to put people in the community first, and that he certainly does. 2 of the many ways that he does this is through free delivery and medication packaging. As a way to engage the community on a more personal level, he started delivering prescriptions on bicycle all year round. This mode of delivery earned him the name the Cycling Pharmacist. Thad was the first pharmacist in the state to sign the standing order for naloxone dispensing after it was signed into law. This was pioneering new ways for patients to gain access to services. Thad participated in education programs with the Pharmacy Society of Wisconsin to provide guidance on pharmacist injection protocols. He routinely takes calls from pharmacists across the state in reference to these progressive practices or the rules of pharmacy practice. Throughout the pandemic, that has been front and center with COVID-19 vaccinations and testing. To date, Thad and his team have provided over 13,000 vaccinations and 20,000 COVID-19 tests. His pharmacy is also contracted with Wisconsin DHS to provide testing to schools in South Central Wisconsin. Thad enjoys riding his bike, and he also leads a team of cyclists for community outreach and to raise money for charity. They're called the Pharmacy Pill Peddlers. In the past few years, they have peddled their way to raising over $45,000 for charity.
Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Richardson and the entire City Council of Fitchburg. The City of Fitchburg is a great place to open and have a business, and we've always had a warm welcome and support from our community. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart that we appreciate this award, and I want to let you know that I couldn't do it without the great staff that I have that supports me at Fitchburg Family Pharmacy.
I've been a delivery driver, technician, intern, and now going through the pandemic, a tester, immunizer. I mean, picking up tests from these schools. We're doing about, I want to say 5 or 6 schools that we test at a day, and about 20 total schools now in South Wisconsin. And we've been growing and trying our best to curve this pandemic the best we can.
And now for the staff award this year, we are recognizing Fact TV. Fitchburg Access Community Television, Fact TV, is the local public education government community media station. Through 3 channels, Media Channel 1, Community Channel 2, and Government Channel 3, residents are provided access to what's happening here in the city of Fitchburg throughout the year. Their coverage of the city events and city meetings has been critical and crucial throughout COVID-19 to provide information to residents, the access and the ability to have people be at home, to not only watch at home, but to participate from home has been really critical, and the staff at Fact TV really are the ones who made that happen.
This is such an honor for us here at Fitchburg Access Community Television. Since I arrived in 2010, I saw what the station could be, and with the help of many dedicated professional staff people throughout the years, Fact TV is nothing short of remarkable, and pardon my son too. As our city has grown, technology has changed, and our community media platform has been affected by many challenges. The staff of Fact TV have been here to meet those challenges head on. Community stations like ours across the state and this great nation are faced with challenges in funding, community engagement, political unrest, and over the last 15 years or so, this has taken place. Our station has faced some of the same challenges, but what our staff has accomplished over the years and the commitment from our residents of the city of Fitchburg, Common Council, and the mayor, who saw firsthand why we are a shining example for community media stations. We're leaders, and we're happy to be so.
Thank you all for being here. You know, even though I limit myself to 3 awards, it's extremely difficult to pick those award winners because there's dozens, practically hundreds of people that I could choose for these awards. We're very fortunate here in Fitchburg to have so many people that care about the community, whether it's community members, the businesses, the employees here. And so really thank you all for everything you do.
All right, I'm just gonna first say that it's a lot easier to talk here on Talking Fitchburg than it is to talk in front of an audience. I'm just saying, everybody's usually afraid of getting on camera. I'm reverse. I'm fine on camera. Public speaking, not my thing. It's hard to believe. That's a secret of mine. All right, we're gonna take a break. Coming up next, we're opening up our guest segment. We're talking to Tiffany Schultz, Better Business Bureau. She'll be here talking about ransomware. It's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today, our favorite protector. That's right. She is the superhero of all superheroes. It's Tiffany Schultz, Better Business Bureau. Tiffany, how you doing today?
I'm great. I'm not sure if I'm a superhero, though.
I think you're a superhero because you're helping us stay safe and protecting us from different things and making light on items that are still happening to this day. And today we're talking about ransomware, tips to help prevent ransomware, which you're like, is this really happening? I mean, it happens to the big companies, right? It's not going to happen to me. No way. No way. Your answer is, wait a minute. It's happening.
Ransomware can happen to anybody. It can happen to big companies, large companies, small companies, everybody in between, and maybe even your personal information. So it's happening quite often. This isn't something that isn't going to happen to me because it can happen to you. And what scammers are doing is they're getting into your data through phishing emails. And then they're locking your data and they're demanding payment, usually by Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency, in order to unlock it and give it back to you. And one of the things about ransomware is once you're hit and you pay to unlock it, they're going to hit you again and again and again. So we don't want you to get hit in the first place. So that's why it's so important to listen to the tips that I'm going to share with you and implement those so that you don't become a victim.
Yeah, and as we've talked about, even the last one, I asked you the question: how can these things still be happening? You know, like we educate, we talk about it, but it's still easy, and it's because the scammers are adapting. They're preying on you, and the first one and one of the biggest ones, especially in the email world, is don't click on links from unfamiliar sources.
You know, we have talked about unsolicited over and over again in every scam, and we all get junk email, right? We get
Oh,
a
we
ton
do.
of it. And sometimes you can't help but open it. And maybe it's a special offer or something, and it's encrypted into this link that they send you. So you go ahead and you click this link, and it asks you for personal information, or maybe it downloads spyware or malware to your device. And your device can be a laptop, it can be a personal computer, it can be a tablet, it can be even your mobile phone. So you have to be really careful on what you click on, because there could be something bad that's into that link, and that's going to expose you to ransomware possibly down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got to slow down. I mean, I think we're in such a busy, we know we're all busy. So you're just zooming through your emails, zooming through those texts or whatever. And yeah, you accidentally click on one. That could be a not so good outcome there. Another one is keep clean machines, keep the software updates going. Regular maintenance on your computer, it's got to be like a car, like an oil change. You got to keep doing it.
Always take those updates as soon as they're available, whether it's an update or a patch. That update is there for a reason. And sometimes I even find myself on my phone, oh, I'm not going to take the update today because I don't have time to take the update today. You need to take the update as soon as it's available. If you work for a company and they tell you to leave your computer on overnight, it's because they're doing an update to your computer. So scammers get in by you not having the right information to protect them from getting in. So, and they're preying on that. So it's so important to take those updates immediately and not push them off for a day, a week, a month, or whenever you get around to it.
Yeah, we being Andrew and I do a couple of iPhone, iPad classes every year at the senior center, and that's probably one of our first tips is do the updates. You got to do the updates. The major updates are mostly security related, and you got to do that on a regular basis and double back on making sure you have the most updated stuff. It used to be the opposite, right? We used to wait a little bit, but no. We want to get that done. All right, next one, and it's a big one, and it's the use of a strong authentication, and that's like multi-platform. So how does this work?
Most sites require you to use a username and a password, but that's not strong enough anymore. You need to have that third way to get in, whether it's your email or any other platform you're using, maybe a banking platform, an investment platform, credit card platform. And what happens is you sign in with your username and password, and then it asks you for a code, and it texts that code or calls you to your mobile device or to your home phone with a code. So that's the third way to get into those sites. And usually that's not something that's defaulted. You have to go into your settings and you have to activate that. But that's a great way to keep your information safe, whether it's email or any other platform that you're using.
I love it. I used to think was as a pain in the butt, but it is so nice. It will catch it early if somebody is messing around in there, which is great. And it's that third piece of just stopping the fraud there from even ever getting started. Conduct regular backup sessions. We're all bad at this one. I know it.
Whether you're a business owner or it's your personal computer, you should conduct regular backup. For businesses, that probably means at least daily. And when you make that backup. Don't store that backup in the same place that you store your computer. Store it off-site, store it in a safe deposit box, store it on an external drive, because if your system goes down, all that information from that leading up to that day is going to be on your backup. If it's a personal computer, maybe you do it once a week, or depending on how often you use the data on your computer. Because if your data is gone, everything that you do on your computer is gone. So think about that. You're wiped out. Where do you start from? Businesses typically can't operate without their databases.
It's very true. And another one too, to go right along with that, is the passwords. Adjusting those and not using the same password across all of your platforms. You got to change it up. Why is this important?
Passwords should be long and strong, consisting of upper and lowercase letters, special characters, and longer than just 8 characters or digits. So keep that in mind, and don't use the same password across all platforms. That's the number one rule, because once they can get into one platform, they can get into everything else. And when you store passwords, it's great to use a password manager. There's ones that are electronic. So you use one password to get into all your passwords. You can also buy a password notebook. One of the things I do advise against is to not put your passwords on sticky notes and put them all over your computer, because if somebody can access your computer, they can get all your passwords to all your platforms. So super important to keep those passwords safe, locked up, and long and strong.
That is very important, and there goes the light. But either way, that does it for the interview. Overall, if you want to find out more tips or information, you have so many great resources on bbb.org. Tell us about the resources you have there.
Head on over to bbb.org. You can click on our news tab, and you can find all the information we talk about here on Talking Fitchburg and more.
All right. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for your help as always. And you stay safe out there. We'll check back with you next month.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Thank you. Tiffany has been with us for a long time and has shared some great information. And we're so glad to have her back in each and every month. So we'll check back in next month, and you stay safe. All right. And check back on our recent segments. We've got a lot of great safety tips out there for you on a whole broad topic. So it's just awesome. Just saying. All right. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show, I want to thank Tiffany Schultz from the Better Business Bureau. We'll get that posted along with the Mural Awards. And the full Mural Awards ceremony will be coming out later this month. As we wrap up, remember you can stay connected with Fact TV right there. That's where you can find it. All of Andrew's hard work is right there on that screen. That's all I'm saying. Have a great day.